A Southern California restaurant owner who grew up in Maine and an at-risk teenager growing up in South Los Angeles.
That's right. In tonight's Live Connected, NBC4's Kim Baldonado has this really inspiring story about how their lives are coming together.
One is an entrepreneur and co-founder of Cousins Maine Lobster. The other, a high school student from South LA. Their seemingly different lives connected by a bond of shared experiences.
It's crazy to think that in Maine, as a kid, I could be going through what he's going through here in Los Angeles, but there's so many people that have the same exact story, the same exact hardships.
Sabin Lomax says he faced hardships while being raised by a single mother in a house with a lot of love, but not a lot of money.
I was alone a lot, and I rebelled.
That rebellion started in his preteen years.
I was in the worst trouble of my life. I'd spent nights in jail. I was anything ranging from fights or getting kicked out of school to drinking or drugs or graffiti. You name it, I was trying it.
But all that changed when Lomax was 14 and got a big brother from the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization, which matched him with Stephen Lacovera, a young telecommunications specialist in the Coast Guard looking for someone to mentor.
That act of selflessness really obviously changed my life. Just the simple things of calling me back or going to my basketball games or soccer games or asking me questions, slowly you gain trust.
With the help of his big brother, Sabin got back on track, earned a college scholarship, and graduated with honors.
And he was there throughout the whole time. He was a mentor, advisor, a friend, a brother, exactly what a brother is.
Over the past 20 years, the two have remained as close as any biological brothers. Sabin was Stephen's best man at his wedding, and Stephen named his firstborn Anthony Sabin. That would make for a good ending to this story, but there's more. Sabin is now on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters Los Angeles, and he's also a big brother himself, mentoring a 17-year-old who's also being raised by a single mother.
He just tells me to focus on what's best for me, not to hang around people that'll drag me down and everything like that, and focus on what I want to achieve and what I want to do.
Sabin is now doing what he wants to do. He and his cousin, Jim Salikas, have gone from one food truck in LA to 14 across the country and a restaurant in West Hollywood.
With their success comes a desire to give back. They started a charity called Cousins for a Cause, and they've partnered with Big Brothers Big Sisters LA to raise money and awareness.
You don't have to have the same background, demographics, ethnicity, where you're from. It doesn't matter. What matters is there's specifically a person that needs you and needs guidance, and first of all, you're willing to give it.
In West Hollywood, Kim Baldonado, NBC4 News.